Watch Transit TV right now.
Keep watching Transit TV.
It's Kopama. I thought about it the last time. Kopama, something is not going right. Though, if that's what happens with young players, when you rely on them too much, of course, you're going to get these parties. Kopama wasn't in this game today. He didn't really do much. He didn't. This is a game that I expected him to shine. Yes, he had his. Transit TV, welcome back to the studios. EPL back again after the third international break this season, and the last you will see in 2024, starting with Chelsea having a 2-1 win over Leicester City away from home. And Chelsea fans and Enzo Maresca, however, probably witnessed the easiest win that they will find under Maresca's reign in Chelsea, because I'm just going to give you 5 things we learned from this one. Very easy to pick out, and of course, there has to be some tactical insight as well. And yes, 5 things we learned. Chelsea 2, Leicester City 1. And starting with Nicolas Jackson, this is a player last year Chelsea fans and EPL fans as a whole were berating for missing of chances and not scoring goals. And a lot of people said that he was the reason why Chelsea didn't make out anything out of their season last season, and eventually sacking Pochettino. This season he has hit the ground run, and even with all that, he still had 14 goals last season. So you can imagine how many goals he would have scored if he had scored as many as he missed. And this season he has hit the ground running. Today again. But one thing, before I go into today's game, one thing you will not take away from Jackson is his relentlessness of, always keep going, getting into position to score goals. And when a striker always get into those positions, you know that at some point it's going to click for him, and that has happened this season. Jackson is a player of enormous strength and energy and mentality. He just keeps going. He just keeps working on defenders. He just keeps pushing you and getting in your way, and that's what he did today. His relentlessness and not giving up puts far the Leicester defender under enormous pressure, and eventually masterfully putting away his chance, and that gave Chelsea the lead. And that was the only goal for large spans of that game. Nicolas Jackson, with the kind of strength that he has and the creativity that Chelsea has in that team now, I guarantee you have to watch out for him this season. He's going to score a lot of goals. Will Chelsea win anything out of it? I don't know, because they have a very weak defense and they don't have the goalkeeper to support the quality that they have going forward. So that's another talk for another day. But Jackson today was one of the reasons why Chelsea won today. And I will tell you why, and which takes me to the second thing that we learned, which is that Chelsea still need leaders in that team, because with all the dominance that they had today, with everything going their way, Chelsea managed to just have that 1-goal lead. And once Leicester City managed to turn it on them towards the end of the first half, Chelsea didn't really have any answers for Leicester, and almost considered the goal as well. With all the dominance, Leicester almost equalized in the first half, and second half they continued from there until Chelsea eventually got their second goal before Leicester got one back at the last minute of the extra time. So yeah, Chelsea have a lot of quality going forward in attacking perspective, But when teams come at them, they don't really have players to stand up to play teams. The attacking players don't want to work hard. None Madeke, Cole Palmer, Joao Felix, these are not players you're going to count on when going start to go tough. And that's what we saw today. When Leicester realized that they're actually playing in EPL and they were playing at home, because their fans started getting agitated and not happy with the way the proceedings were going. The Leicester players got into it, and Chelsea didn't really have answers for them because the defenders were exposed, because the front players were not willing to come and help the defenders. So yeah, Maresca still has a job to do in Chelsea, which is to find those players or instill it in these players to understand that in EPL, things can, as easy as games may look, it can also turn on his head against you. And when those times come, you have to work for the team. The second thing I'm going to talk about is on Leicester. Leicester City need to understand that they are in EPL. If you do not want to play in EPL, it's very easy. Just don't bother. You don't show up in your stadium at home and put up the first 35 to 40 minutes that Leicester put in today and expect to remain in the EPL. There's no way that is possible. It was so easy for Chelsea. Very, very easy for Chelsea. Even the goal, yes, I give credit to Nicolas Jackson, but the defender was abysmal. I was wondering, what's he trying to do? Bro, play that ball back to your goalkeeper or clear it. He was, he had 2 chances to get rid of that ball, but 2 times he played the ball on Jackson's body and gave him a chance to get that goal. I looked around. Leicester started this game with 3 midfielders that naturally have what it takes to break lines. You had Wilfred Ndidi, you have Skid, and you had what's that? Samari, the African dude. But still, it was easy for Chelsea. I don't know who gave Leicester the idea to play Wilfred Ndidi as a right side 8. I've been seeing him do that for, maybe he did it in Championship, but in EPL, he doesn't have what it takes. 1, he doesn't have the legs. 2, he doesn't have the pass. And he doesn't, yes, if he gets 1 or 2 goals here and there, he doesn't have that. I don't know what he's doing as a right 8 for Leicester. And I know from when he started playing in grassroots as a 10, 12-year-old player, he started playing football as a centre-back. And he played as a centre-back for under 17 in Nigeria before moving to Leicester, and it moved into a defensive ADM, and that is where he excelled and made strides in his career. I don't know who gave Leicester the idea to move him even further as a right 8. Most of the time, and I was looking at him with a keen interest of a brother. He was just throwing around in that box. He could see that he didn't really know where to be. I know he had been playing that role for a while, and maybe this is the reason why Leicester are not winning games, because you don't have players that can put open. Because if Ndidi gets the ball, most of the time he's looking backwards. So I don't think that position is a good position for Ndidi. He should be returned back to his DM position. This is where Ndidi has done the best job he has done in EPL. So I don't know the reason why, but I can't find it being a productive decision to put Ndidi as a right 8 for his team. He doesn't have the qualities to do that, and he's doing him a very massive disservice. He's making him look like a worse player than he is. Indeed, he's a very, very good player, very intelligent player, playing in his natural position, which is a defensive midfield position. So I believe Steve Cooper needs to rethink that decision and get him back to where he excels. And the worst part of it is that the guy that is playing that position, I don't think he's doing a better job than they would have done playing from there. The fourth thing is Cole Palmer. I talked about it the last time. Cole Palmer, something is not going right. Though, if that's what happens with young players, when you rely on them too much, of course, you're going to get these parties. Cole Palmer wasn't in this game today. He didn't really do much. He didn't. This is a game that I expected him to shine. Yes, he had his goal that was denied him by Nonimateki. That mix-up right there was very, very funny. I've not seen this style before in a very long time. But still, his overall play, I don't think he made any 6 out of 10 today. So Cole Palmer needs to, Chelsea fans, Chelsea players out there, let me know what you think. What is the issue? Why is Palmer no longer the man? He's not... grabbing these games the way he used to be. I think so. I don't know what it is, but I've said it before. I don't think Palmer is built to be a central creative midfielder. I think his best job will be done playing off of the right side of the attack, because in the midfield you need to get around a lot. You need to stick in tackles and win duels. And Palmer, I don't think is built that way. Palmer is good at selecting players on the right or on the left, but I believe he's way better on the right side. So let me know what you think. Do you think Palmer playing as a central midfield is beginning to affect his performance? Let me know what in the comment section. And the last thing we learned on this one is Enzo Fernandez. Enzo has come back today. Of course, he didn't have a Lavia. He was injured in the last game and paired Caicedo. Which other game would we have had this opportunity? Of course, Leicester was an easy game, and he did well, got his goal. And I hope that this goal will give him confidence going forward to do better for Chelsea. You always know, because when you watch him play for Argentina, you wonder what happens when he plays for Chelsea. He got forward today, probably made 1 or 2 chances, got in the box, and eventually getting his goal. At last, this is his first goal since February. We are already in November, so that tells you how long the drought has been for him. And I believe, I hope that this one will be a kind of confidence boost for him going into the season, and he will do better and better things for Chelsea. Yeah, Leicester City needs to decide, do they want to play in the EPL or not, because the kind of show that they gave today in no way is the standard that you should be displaying in EPL if you are a team that plays in EPL. So let me know what you think about this one. 5 things we learned: Chelsea 2, Leicester City 1. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.